freshman familiarity, bringing it back. This is part 4. Gave you a 2-for-1 last time with 2 tight ends, Mac Markway, Kamorian Pimpton. Today we're sticking on the offensive side of the ball and going with Lance Hurd, who might be a little bit overdue for this segment. He was LSU's top commit, top recruit in the 2023 class. 5-star from outside Monroe, went to the same high school as Will Campbell. While Campbell played left tackle in high school a couple years ago, Hurd played on the right side of the line, so that's pretty interesting. They got some familiarity there, and Campbell's the starting left tackle for LSU. For those who don't know, you should know his name. He's an all-SEC player, could be an All-American. This is important because we've already talked a little bit about how LSU kind of has a depth crisis, right? Like they've got top-heavy talent, great starters, but not necessarily backups that can come into the game and play well. Hence the topic we just discussed with Mason Smith and not really having a backup option that's proven. Offensive line has a lot of depth, and Hurd plays a big role in that. And it's behind a top 5 that's really good. I think Hurd would start on 85% of college rosters right now. But this isn't one of those situations because Will Campbell's just a sophomore, and he started every game last year. He's all SEC after 1 year. Crazy. And then Emory Jones is on the right side of the line. Another guy who was highly rated. He's from Catholic High School just down the road here. And he started a lot of games last year, and he was good. So there's not really a weak link at tackle where you're like, all right, Hurd's coming in, and he's immediately a plug-and-play guy. Those spots have been taken. He's good enough to do it, I think. He's got the raw, intangible traits. But what are you going to do? Kick a starter off who proved himself last year, and you know what you're getting from him? Not to mention all-conference-esque players? No, you can't do that. So, unfortunately for Hurd, he chose a school where he's good enough to start, and he's in that top 8 in the offensive line room, but he just can't start because it's like you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic, right? You want to get through there and get to your exit. Maybe you're just a quarter mile up the road and you're getting off the highway, but you can't. There's obstruction. There's cars in the way. Believe me, I wish my car could fly, but that's not realistic, obviously, and Hurd can't just insert himself into the starting lineup. Now, how could he see the field? Obviously, with the backups, there's a couple of games in LSU's schedule, Grambling, maybe Army, Georgia State, where he could get in garbage time if those are blowouts. And LSU could blow out some SEC teams, too, and get him in there. But maybe if it's a competitive blowout and it's a 2-3 touchdown game, third, fourth quarter, send him in for a series, see what he can do. He's been impressing in practice, all good reports that I've read, so that's good. 6'6", 340, over a 7-foot wingspan. He's a big guy. Like, he's got the build to be the left tackle of the future. But the problem is LSU has its present and future left tackle right now, Will Campbell, of course. But he is in that top 8. So second team, he's been running with them, getting a lot of reps there. And if anybody gets the injury bug at all, anything like that, Emory Jones, Will Campbell, maybe even one of the interior guys, he's right in there, ready to go, just waiting in the wings. And if somebody struggles, just because you were an all-SEC player last year, you're all-SEC preseason, and you started so many games last year, doesn't mean you're going to walk into year 2 and excel. Maybe Jones or Campbell take a step back for whatever reason. Campbell, I was watching the Florida State film from last year. Jared Verse, the All-American D end on Florida State, he gave him some problems. Maybe Hurd's a better matchup because he's more athletic. He's got longer arms. Who knows? Maybe he could see the field for situational matchups like that. And Campbell missed a game last year. Tennessee, talked about this last episode, and they had to put somebody else in for him, and that guy, he was a turnstile. Everybody was getting into the backfield. TFL, sacks. So that's a good situation to have now where you've got a guy like Hurd or some other guys in that offensive line room that can just slot right into the game. So look out for Lance Hurd, #1 recruit in LSU's class again. That means the guy's pretty darn talented. 5-star, athletic, an All-American in high school. He'll be playing in the NFL one day. And I don't feel too nervous making that prediction. So watch out for Lance Hurd. That's part 4 of freshman familiarity, another guy that could see the field early and often for the Tigers this year.